Yeah, I think in the federal public service, there's at least kind of 3 or 4 big kind of groupings. There's policy shops and there's operational shops, and then there are line areas and there's staff areas, and then there are kind of the headquarters function and the regional functions. And so, people who have moved between those various groupings or clusters of expertise certainly have a better perspective on what it's like to kind of live on the other side, or to face the challenges. And so, if you're somebody's client or somebody is your client, if you kind of know what it's like to walk a mile in their shoes, I think you're better able to respond. I think you also have more credibility with an audience if you've actually done some of that type of work, whether it be policy or leading a field office. I think when you talk to those kind of audiences, and the fact that they know that you've done that job gives you a lot more credibility as a leader. Profiting from divergent opinions is something that leaders do and need to get better at all the time. One of the things you have to do is actually, before the conversation, build an environment of high trust, where people feel respected, they feel comfortable saying things, and knowing that even if that idea isn't accepted, they'll still be a valued member of the team. And so you kind of have to build that level of trust with people so that you can even have that conversation. And then when the conversation takes place, you avoid that ping pong where you're saying, it tastes great, less filling, it's good, it's bad, it's right, it's wrong, and actually bring the conversation to a deeper level around, well, what really is the objective? What are the various approaches? And, sometimes it's about changing an approach slightly. Not that something's bad, but it could be better if we did it slightly differently, or, how are people going to see it? And I think the other thing to remember is the person who has this different point of view probably represents thousands or maybe millions of people who has that different point of view. And it might not even change the decision. It might just change how we communicate the decision. And so, really you got to build that level of trust and then kind of avoid kind of a very linear right and wrong kind of discussion, and make sure that you kind of bring people to the right place.